Hello, Taurus. This is Lynn from DevineCentral. I am here with your March 2022 monthly tarot reading. I'm going to pull some cards for you in various aspects of your life, and we are going to see exactly what Spirit has in store for you for March. Let me switch cameras for you. I'm going to be using the Sun and Moon Tarot this month. It's by Vanessa DeCourt, and it's a U.S. Games deck. I've had it for a little while. It's very pleasant. It's very light and airy, and I find that it can produce some good readings. So here we go. All right, are you ready? Okay, we're going to start with work and finances and our personal or love life. Woo. We're going to move on to friends, family, and social life. And we're going to end with some personal growth, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. And then what I want to do is I want to end the reading with maybe a message from Spirit. See what they have in store for us for this month. Okay, so 5s, 2s, 1 major. It'd be the Devil, and a 9 for where we finish up. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles. It's saying that this is typically, the most common mainstream meaning for this card is a financial setback of some kind. But Pentacles are about the tangibles in our life. And there's a lot of things that can be tangible other than just finances. It can mean our home. It could mean it could mean work, as opposed to wands being career or passion oriented. This could just be the everyday, working grind. It could be our time. Maybe there's a setback in our time or timing for something. But for whatever reason, it's something that causes us worry, as you can see here. And the one thing you do know is you're not alone. You're never alone with this card when it comes to some type of a conflict. So may it be a conflict, maybe it's just a challenge of some kind. Maybe you're being challenged to do better at something that you've taken on. But work related, it means that there could be some setbacks at work. That could be anything this month from I don't know, maybe a project running off the rails. That's one of the things that I'm seeing in my head. Also, it could be maybe if it's a financial setback, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's just that the company loses a really big client this month, and it kind of puts everybody on notice. It kind of makes everybody, get the jitters or the heebie-jeebies, worrying about what's going to result from that. But whatever it is, it's temporary. It's for the month of March, and then it's going to go away. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. But it's something that may cause a little concern somewhere along the way. For our finances, we have, and it's interesting because we have some 2s, we have some choices and some balancing and some crossroads that we're going to be at. This is a typical 2 card, with the heart. We don't have the blindfold though. It's up on all of her crazy wild hair. It is not necessarily across her eyes or her face. So I think she is going into this situation with her finances as eyes wide open. But I think there's some decisions on how money is going to need to be spent this month. So are you going to use your heart? And you're going to get that kitchen remodel that you've been saving for and wanting? Or are you going to use your head and you're going to invest some of that money and not put it all into, not blow it all in one place or on one thing that you really wanted? But there will be a choice, and you're going to have to decide. And it's going to have to be based on a lot of things. But whatever you do, whatever path that you take, go for the gusto. If you're going to invest it, then by God, know that you're doing it for a good reason. But if you're just going to spend it and have fun, then, have fun with it. And don't be second guessing yourself and worrying about it. Make the decision though, and then move forward. Okay. But you're going to have to make a decision. Now, as far as your personal life goes, your love life, we have the Devil. What is going on here? People look at this card and the first thing we go for is the negative. I worry when this card comes up in a relationship that maybe there's some type of abuse going on. Maybe it's just been really tedious and you're feeling, down under. At least notice that the devil's on top and these people are underground, caught up in the web of crap and caught up in negativity and toxicity. And, it could just be a time when things are like really just tough right now. It's like, we're having a devil weekend or we're having a devil month. So it looks like, there just could be some differences that are going to be really hard to get past in your relationship this month. And I think that it's going to be really important to communicate, because oftentimes when this card comes up, it's because we feel duty bound to someone or to a situation. Maybe you have taken on a responsibility or responsibilities, or someone's put them off on you, and it's like this is one big fat burden, and you're feeling like obligated now to follow through on something maybe that you promised somebody, or or your significant other, and now it's like you don't want to do it, and now it's just all this heavy duty negativity that you feel around, coming down around your ears. That's pretty much how it usually pans out, and it's something that you are not obligated to anything. And once you say, I am not obligated to anything, now you can look at it at a realistic point of view and make some choices, because you have choices all the way, all surrounding this. You have choices that need to be made, paths that you have to pick. And I think that once you free yourself from having to do it, then you can make it, what I'm saying, then you can decide for yourself how you're going to walk away, or if you're going to walk away. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're going to say, okay, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm doing this one thing, but I'm going to make it very clear this is the last time. I mean, it could be something like that. But I also want to say that there is a positive side to the devil. It's being a little devilish. So, it could be just maybe indulging in this relationship a little bit. Maybe it's the time for the two of you to indulge. Maybe both of you have taken on some responsibilities with family or work or something, and it's just kind of impeding on the relationship, and maybe the two of you just need to go do something devilish. Okay, so now we've got friends and family. All right, friends, family, your social life. We have another crossroads that we're at. This is a Two of Pentacles. And you know what it says? Hey, we're balancing work and life and friends and family, and we're doing a good job, but God forbid you can't do it forever. So you're going to have to weigh what's important for you. This is a time for you to set some priorities. If you have family putting extra responsibility on you, and maybe that's where some of this negative toxicity is coming from. Maybe the fact that your family is asking you to do extra duty, and that's weighing on the relationship, because these cards they can all relate. They all touch base. So I think that it's going to be important for you to find your balance this month between your personal life and your friends and family. I would say that if your personal relationship is starting to suffer because of responsibilities or things with family, then I think you need to weigh that and probably lean. And you see how in this picture it's leaning toward the relationship. So if you have to make a choice, it should be about your personal relationship first. But I think that you're going to have some. I think you're just going to have a balancing act to do right now, from the things that your friends and family really want you to do and the things that you have to do in a relationship. And really, the last card is the Nine of Pentacles, and it says that you are your own person. And you need to feel the power of your independence. The Nine of Pentacles is a self card. It's about self-reliance and self-confidence and your ability to do your own thing. independent of everybody else. You can think independently. You can love, independently of everybody else. I mean, you have your own way of doing things, and you should embrace that. And don't be held back by all these other people and other responsibilities, issues at work and issues at home, and being pulled in a couple of different directions, within your friends and family. You need to take care of yourself. And this guy is out just smelling the flowers and taking a break. So maybe that's the answer, is taking a break this month for yourself and doing something for yourself, doing something independent of everybody else. Okay, so what's the last word? What's the message from Spirit? What do we have here? We have strength. Yay. Grace under pressure. All right. Bayonet the moon. So, what it comes down to is the strength card, obviously, as we all know, is not about physical strength. It's about strength of conviction and strength of character and belief in yourself. Because when you are personal growth, when you're strong personally, you can handle all the other things that go on in life. And, being a Taurus, you're a big fat bull anyway, right? You're stubborn, you're tough. And the card, I think that Spirit reminds us that as Taurus, we're tough. So hold out, stick it out in there. Make good choices this month, okay? Make good choices, and just know and understand that the concerns and the things that come up with work and with your personal life are all but temporary, and they too shall pass. So I hope that this reading resonated with you, and that it finds you and the month of March well. I will be back here every month, but I also am here every Wednesday with my mailbag readings, which are kind of fun. So please, like and subscribe, and because that's how people find me, and tell all your friends, and I will see you sometime soon. Bye-bye.